one of my big passions is for women leadership and involvement in all levels of an organization. And you know, I was raised Catholic, and so I had this kind of priest mentality, like, you know, wanting to be like a servant, right? And one thing that I learned when I was a student is that hierarchical one person is the savior, kind of sacrifice for everyone else mentality really wasn't healthy. And especially when I went to Nicaragua, I met with the Christian-based communities there, and they basically say it was wrong, you know? I mean, people, each human being, you know, especially from a faith perspective, but, you know, as workers, they have the ability and the capabilities of leading themselves. And really, I mean, as an organizer, like the Coalition of Immokalee Workers call themselves animadoras, I think, animadoras, like animators, you know, they're not organizers, they're animators, they're facilitators, you know, to help, you know, move people to do the things they already know how to do, you know, at all the things that they already have within themselves. Mm-hmm. So when I was working at PCUN, I realized that, I mean, they're an amazing organization, and as I've not been there now for a few years, you know, I feel like I was really privileged, and they are a great organization, and they have a lot going for them. And the one thing that I think they've been working on, they've been trying to find the way, in all organizations that are really committed to daily dealing with their own racism, sexism, classism, both within themselves and with their institutions, as well as fighting it outside, you know, in the world. And they're one of the closest organizations I've seen that is committed to all those different levels. Is that there weren't any women that were, you know, that had that same kind of 20 years of sitting on the board. It was just the, you know, these men. And not that they weren't great leaders, but it's just like, it really frustrated me that, you know, if I were to stay on, you know, what was I willing to sacrifice? And then just think, you know, my coworker women that, you know, have their families, you know, came from more, you know, had more challenges in their lives, you know, not being able to take on organizing positions because they can't, you know, you can't maintain those hours. And so I decided I need to take a break. And so I took a sabbatical at a young age, and I highly recommend sabbaticals.